हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू क्विक लर्न वेबसाइट। मैंने क्विक लर्न में रिसेंटली एक वेबसाइट लॉन्च की है। ये है www.quick-learn.in। इस वेबसाइट में मैंने जितने भी YouTube में वीडियो डाले हैं उनके सबके नोट्स आपको यहाँ मिल जाएंगे। तो यहाँ पे आप क्विक लर्न के ब्लॉग वाले सेक्शन में जाइए। तो ये ब्लॉग सेक्शन में आप जैसे ही जाओगे, क्लिक करोगे तो ये सारे ब्लॉग यानी सारे नोट्स आपके पास ओपन हो जाएंगे। जो भी अभी मैंने डाले हैं उनकी कैटेगरी यहाँ दी है। आप सर्च बॉक्स से सर्च भी कर सकते हो। और मान लीजिए हमें 8051 माइक्रो कंट्रोलर का इंट्रोडक्शन देखना है तो यहाँ से जब हम कंटिन्यू रीडिंग में जाएंगे तो हमको यूट्यूब के वीडियोस भी मिल जाएंगे, इंग्लिश और हिंदी दोनों। और उसके साथ साथ जितना भी मटेरियल मैंने यूट्यूब वीडियो में बताया है वो सारी चीजें आपको यहाँ पे नोट्स के फॉर्म में मिलेंगी। तो स्टे कंटिन्यू एंड कीप शेयरिंग माय वीडियो। और इस वेबसाइट को अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ जरूर शेयर करिएगा क्योंकि आपको और आपके दोस्तों को इससे बहुत हेल्प। Hello friends, welcome to Quick Learn tutorial series. In this video, I will explain you Avalanche breakdown and Zener breakdown effect in PN junction diode. This is lecture number 16 of basic electronics series. So let's start with the topic. Before I discuss the Avalanche or Zener breakdown effect, first we know about what is the PN junction diode and how PN junction diode can operate. So in my previous videos, I have already explained the whole functionality or whole operation of PN junction diode. So we know that PN junction diode is operate in two region, forward bias region or reverse bias region. So this is the PN junction diode. PN junction diode is basically a two-layer, two-terminal unidirectional device. It having two layer, p-type layer or n-type layer. When we join one p-type or n-type layer, a junction is formed that is called PN junction, and due to the concentration gradient, a depletion region is formed near the junction. This diode having two terminal, anode and cathode. Anode is connected from p-type semiconductor material and cathode is connected from n side. And if we want to conduct the PN junction diode or if we want to make current flow through the diode, we have to bias the PN junction. So there are two type of biasing in PN junction, forward biasing or reverse biasing. Or we can say that PN junction operate in two condition, forward bias condition or reverse bias condition. So first I explain forward bias condition. In case of forward bias, p-type semiconductor material, it means anode is connected from positive terminal of battery, cathode is connected from the negative terminal of battery. When we apply this type of polarity, the device is subjected to forward bias. In case of forward bias, the p side holes ripple from this positive terminal and move toward the junction in this direction, and n side electron ripple from this negative terminal of battery and move toward the junction. When we increase this applied forward bias voltage, slowly this depletion region get destroyed, or a forward voltage at which this depletion region get destroyed, that voltage is called cut-in voltage or threshold voltage. At this voltage, junction will be breakdown and large forward current flow across the device. So here I explain with the help of VI characteristic. In forward bias condition, when we apply the forward bias voltage across the diode, and when we increase this forward bias voltage, the voltage at which the junction or the depletion region get destroyed, that voltage is called cut-in voltage or threshold voltage. At this voltage, a large current flow across the device in forward direction. It means current flow from anode toward cathode. This current is called forward current and device is subjected to forward bias. And this voltage is called cut-in voltage, knee voltage, or the voltage greater than barrier potential of the PN junction diode. So this is the VI characteristic of forward bias PN junction diode. So in case of forward bias, electric current flow across the device from anode toward cathode in forward direction. Here we see in the diagram, in this way electric current flow in PN junction diode when PN junction diode is forward bias. Or we know that the current flow due to the movement of charge carrier. So here we see electron move from cathode toward anode and current flow from anode toward cathode in forward direction. Now in reverse bias condition. In case of reverse bias, P type is connected from negative terminal of battery, N side is connected from positive terminal of battery. When we apply this type of polarity, the device is subjected to reverse bias. In case of reverse bias, the P type hole attract from this negative terminal and move away from the junction in this direction. And N-type electron also attract from this positive terminal and move away from the junction. Electron and hole both move away from the junction. So the depletion region across the junction get increases. So a wide depletion region is created near the junction. This wide depletion region having large number of immobile ions. Due to this wide depletion region, there is no current flow across the device, but a small current flow across the device due to the movement of minority carrier. Because when we increase this applied reverse bias voltage, minority carrier gain kinetic energy and start acceleration. These minority carrier gain kinetic energy and start acceleration and strike to the covalent bond near the junction in this way. And this minority carrier will break down all the covalent bond near the junction, and a point come where the depletion region get destroyed, the junction will be breakdown. That reverse bias voltage is called breakdown voltage, and a large reverse current flow from the device in reverse direction from cathode toward anode. The magnitude of this reverse current is so large that destroy the PN junction diode. So to protect the PN junction diode, here we connect a series resistance R that protect the device from this large reverse bias current. This is called current limiting resistance. So here I explain with the help of VI characteristic. When we apply reverse bias polarity across the device, a large depletion region grow across the device and no current flow from the device. But due to the movement of minority carrier, a small current flow across the device that is called reverse leakage current or reverse saturation current. The magnitude of reverse saturation current is very small, and this reverse saturation current is independent of applied reverse bias voltage, because here we see in the graph, when we increase the applied reverse bias voltage, the reverse saturation current is constant. But when we slowly or continuously increase this reverse bias voltage, the minority carrier gain kinetic energy, start acceleration and collide with the covalent bond near the junction. And this collision create large number of electron hole pair, and a point come where the junction will be breakdown. That voltage is called breakdown voltage, and this breakdown will create a large reverse current across the device from cathode toward anode in reverse direction. And this breakdown is called avalanche breakdown, because this breakdown occur due to avalanche effect. So what is this avalanche effect? How avalanche effect will create? I will explain you with the help of diagram. As I have already told, in reverse bias condition, a large depletion region create across the junction. So a large covalent bond will create near the junction. In covalent bond, there is no free electron. So there is no current flow across the device. But when we applied reverse bias voltage, or when we continuously increase this reverse bias voltage, the minority carrier gain kinetic energy from the applied reverse bias voltage and start acceleration. These minority carrier will collide with the covalent bond near the junction and break all the covalent bond in this way. Due to this collision, large electron hole pair will be generated across the junction. And a applied voltage at which junction will be breakdown is called breakdown voltage or avalanche breakdown voltage. So here I explain the avalanche breakdown. Here we see one electron strike with one atom, that will create two electron. These two electron strike with two silicon atom, that will create four electron. These four electron strike with four silicon atom, that will create eight electron. Eight electron strike with eight silicon atom, that will create 16 electron. In this way, multiplication of electron will be created near the junction. This multiplication is called avalanche effect, or avalanche of electron hole pair will be generated near the junction. The junction will be breakdown. This breakdown is called avalanche breakdown. So in this way, due to this impact ionization, a large majority carriers are generated in the depletion region. And due to that, the minority current will increase drastically. So this effect is known as avalanche breakdown effect, and at the voltage at which it occurs is known as breakdown voltage. That voltage is called avalanche breakdown voltage. So avalanche breakdown is always occur in lightly doped PN junction diode. This breakdown region is called avalanche breakdown region, and this effect is called avalanche breakdown. Avalanche breakdown always occur at high voltage greater than 6 volt, and the characteristic of avalanche breakdown is not very sharp. Next breakdown effect is called Zener breakdown effect. Here I explain the VI characteristic of Zener breakdown and the Zener diode. First we know about what do you mean by Zener diode or Zener effect or Zener breakdown. Zener breakdown always occur in highly doped PN junction diode. It means Zener diode is a heavily doped PN junction diode. Here we take a highly doped P-type layer and heavily doped N-type layer. When we join heavily doped P or N-type layer, a junction is formed that is called heavily doped PN junction. And we know that when we join heavily doped P or N-type layer, a very thin depletion region is formed near the junction. So the width of the depletion region is approximately equal to 10 raised to the power minus 6 meter, and across the junction a high electric field also develop. So the electric field intensity is greater than 300 kilovolt per centimeter, and this diode is called Zener diode. It having two terminal, anode and cathode. Anode is connected from P positive terminal and cathode is connected from N negative terminal. So heavily doped PN junction diode is called Zener diode, and Zener breakdown occur always in Zener diode. Now what happened when we apply reverse bias across the Zener diode? When we apply reverse bias voltage across the diode, P positive, it means anode is connected from negative terminal of battery, cathode is connected from positive terminal of battery. When we apply this type of polarity, the device is subjected to reverse bias. In case of reverse bias, a thin depletion region is grow across the junction because both the layer P or N is heavily doped. But when we continuously increasing this applied reverse bias voltage, high electric field region develop across the junction. This high electric field region directly rupture all the covalent bond across the junction, and the voltage at which junction will be breakdown, that voltage is called Zener breakdown voltage. At this voltage, a large reverse current flow across the device from cathode toward anode. Now here I explain with the help of VI characteristic the Zener breakdown effect. As I have already told, Zener effect is usually seen in the heavily doped PN junction diode, that is also called Zener diode. In heavily doped PN junction diode, the depletion region is much narrow than the normal PN junction diode. So in case of reverse bias condition, at a specific voltage, the electric field across the depletion region will be stronger. This strong electric field can knock out the covalent bond near the junction. and all the covalent bond will be ruptured. Due to rupturing of covalent bond, large number of electron hole pair create near the junction. This large number of minority carrier will sudden increase a reverse current across the device, and the voltage at which the junction will be breakdown or large reverse current flow, that voltage is called Zener voltage Vz, and this breakdown is called Zener breakdown. So Zener breakdown or Zener effect always occur at the Zener voltage. Zener voltage is always less than 4 volt because the depletion region across the Zener diode is very thin. So here we see the Zener effect occur at low voltage than the avalanche effect. And in the Zener diode, depending on breakdown voltage, both effects are visible. For the Zener diode, Zener effect will be occur at less than 4 volt, or for avalanche breakdown, avalanche effect occur at greater than 6 volt. Zener breakdown having sharp characteristic than avalanche breakdown. So this is the difference between avalanche breakdown and Zener breakdown. Now the effect of temperature on Zener and avalanche breakdown voltage. So Zener effect always occur at less than 4 volt, and Zener effect is the negative temperature coefficient. It means as temperature increases, the Zener breakdown voltage reduces. Next is avalanche effect. Avalanche effect always occur at greater than 6 volt voltage. It is positive temperature of coefficient. Positive temperature coefficient means when we increase temperature, avalanche breakdown voltage increases. Now the difference between Zener breakdown and avalanche breakdown. In case of Zener breakdown, as I have already told, Zener breakdown occur at low reverse bias voltage less than 4 volt, whereas avalanche breakdown occur at high reverse voltage greater than 6 volt. Next is Zener breakdown always occur at highly doped diode, whereas avalanche breakdown take place in lightly doped diode. Next is the width of depletion region is thin in Zener diode because Zener breakdown always occur in heavily doped diode. In case of normal PN junction diode, the width of the depletion layer is large in order of micron. So to reduce the width of depletion region, here we apply large breakdown voltage. Now the doping concentration is changed. In case of Zener diode, here we change the doping concentration to adjust the breakdown voltage at the time of manufacturing. In avalanche breakdown, no doping concentration will be changed. So these are some difference between avalanche breakdown or Zener breakdown. So hope you like the video. For more interesting video, please like, subscribe and share my channel. For notes, please visit my website. The link of the website I will give in my description box. That is www.quick-learn.in.